I'm Yvette Long, Director of Platinum Minds, an education leadership development organization for boys. And this is Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen Kirby, partner at CPA firm Prager Bettis and board member of Platinum Minds. We're here at the iHeartRadio studios recording an episode of Passage to Profit.
I'm the director of Platinum Minds, a leadership development organization for boys. Our boys are from urban communities in New Jersey, and we look to provide opportunities for them to really exceed to their full potential, develop skills where they can be mentors and be instrumental in making their communities a better place. So for us, we feel that it's important to help those young men that are academically doing well academically, but maybe have some, because of their environment, are challenged. So Platinum Minds provide that opportunity in 3 areas. We're in Morristown, East Orange, and Asbury Park. And for us, the opportunity to make sure that they can exceed and provide better resources in their communities. We have schools and other organizations and even parents that are asking us if we can expand into these other areas. And it's always difficult for us. It's a challenge because we don't have the funding to do so. Karen, could you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So my role with the organization as a member of the board is trying to help fundraise so that Yvette and her good work can expand to more communities, can expand to more programs. And so my work is to try to help her get sponsors for her events, bring in donors, bring in people to come to her events and help, give her the funding that she needs to continue to expand and improve her services.
Yeah, we have these, they're wonderful boys that have the opportunity to do well academically, but they're limited by sometimes the school environment and resources. So Platinum Minds provides those educational leadership resources for them to excel to their full potential. And we would love to be able to provide that in more communities for more young boys in our urban areas. We feel that everyone should have the opportunity to do well in our communities, in our society.
The biggest challenge is really there's so many needs and so many organizations out there, and each business kind of has what they're focusing on.
So you sort of get caught in the noise?
Yes. So it's another organization for them to support. But what I've found is when I really get to talking to them about what the mission is and what Yvette's organization does, we really get so much support. And I've found that in the 3 years that I've been helping her, once we get an organization in to help, they're in. And they come and they donate and they give every single year.
This is our 12th year, and we have a Arate Leaders Program that we provide on Saturdays from September to June. And then during that, for those Arate, as part of that, we do a college prep, SAT prep, and writing skills. We do math assessments, helping them improve in math areas. And then we also do community initiatives where in order for us to be a leadership organization, we want to make sure that the young men in our program have the opportunity to be involved in their community. So we have leadership community opportunities, which we do throughout the year.
So what kinds of leadership opportunities?
For example, we did something over Christmas. Our scholars volunteered at local churches, and they provide meals and things like that during that particular time. And then we also did something with the Ronald McDonald House. We helped feed, we made meals, our scholars got together and we made meals for families. And then in the spring we did something for Father's Day. We went down, we created bags and gifts for fathers and provided those to homeless fathers. So anything that we can do in the communities where we can make sure that our scholars are instrumental, they can see their value in their communities is important to us.
I find that being able to be very crisp about not just your mission, and in the case of an entrepreneur, it might be how you articulate what your widget is or the value proposition, but in your particular case, I think it's really important to be crisp about metrics, to be able to say, what's the efficacy of this program? How many people have been through the program? How many people have graduated in the program? What kind of success stories you've had?
Yeah, well, we have that information on our website, and it's right on our homepage because we know that that's important. So like, for example, we'll right there it says we've helped over 400 boys in our program in the last 12 years. it says we have a 98% graduation rate, matriculation from high school on into college. We have a 100% graduation rate from high school. So those numbers are there, and we have also our parents are able to come and we have testimonials on our parents on our website as well, which I think is very impactful because the parents are the ones that are experiencing these changes in their sons and seeing them excel academically. Not only academically, but they become better young men. They become better leaders. We had one of our parents even mention that their son became better big brother. And that was really surprising to us because we weren't looking for something beyond academics necessarily. As far as in the home, but the changes that we saw in the homes, it's reflected throughout the young man's entire life, in the school, in his community, in his home life. The young boys in our program stay with us. They joined like about 6th grade. They stay with us until 12th grade. So they graduate with us, so it's really exciting. We get to sometimes go to graduations, we hear all the great stories. But the success stories is that we also ask our scholars to be alum to our program, to kind of stay with us as they go on through college. So we have mentors in our program that stay with our scholars right on through right on through college. And that to us is not only is that a success for us, that those mentors are staying with them and supporting them, but also that our scholars are getting into some of the great organizations here in New Jersey. In fact, one of our scholars just recently graduated and is worked for JP Morgan.
Wow, that's great.
And we have them, several engineers just graduated. They're now down in Georgia. So, they're telling us different stories about, I graduated with this long, and this is where I'm going, and I got a job. And so we just love hearing these different stories. It's wonderful. We change lives. We make our communities better by enriching the lives of young boys and giving them a chance to excel. What better do you want for your nation than to have everybody do well and contributing positively to our society? So I did put together a great book. It's helping young men in history. It's African American history, the untold stories. So it talks about stories that I feel that are not in our history books, and therefore will help them with self-esteem and self-efficacy. I feel like that's so important in our society, and helping academically with achievement. There's a lot of obstacles and challenges to achievement these days, as we all know, kids suffering with grief, fear, anxiety, depression, those sorts of things. On top of that, for African Americans, it's not understanding your history.
That's great. So what is the title of the book again?
It's African American History, The Untold Stories.
Excellent. And where can we get this book?
Well, it's currently available on Amazon.com. And hopefully we'll also be having that book available at Barnes & Noble and some of the other places like that as well.